Well, this S can only hold 2 electrons, and this P can only hold 6. But the total number of electrons in the second energy level is 6 plus 2 is 8. Let's keep going. The third energy level can have an S, a P, and a D. Now the S only has 1 seat on the bus, the P has 3 seats, and the D has 5 seats. What's the total number of orbitals? 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 1 is 9 orbitals. Now the electrons, the S can only hold 2, the P can only hold 6 electrons, and the D can hold 10. 10 plus 6 is 16 plus 2 is 18 electrons total in the third energy level. The fourth energy level can hold an S, a P, a D, and an F sublevels. The S only has 1 seat on the bus, the P has 3, the D has 5, and the F has 7. 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 is 16 orbitals. 16 total seats on the bus. Now the S can only have 2 electrons because each seat right here can only have 2 electrons. Now the P, who has 3 seats, each seat can have 2 electrons, so 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is 10. 7 times 2 is 14. Now if they're all full completely, 14 plus 10 plus 6 plus 2 equals 32 total electrons. Okay? So let's go ahead. I think you should color code it, so please color code it, or at least box it in. This is the first energy, second energy, the third energy, and the fourth energy level. Fill in the rest over here. This is your formulas from your formula chart, and they're on your notes, and here is the spectrum. On your spectrum, let's write this in. Low energy and low frequency is over here where the radio waves are, and it has high or big wavelength, meaning from here to here, there's a lot of space, and there's a big amount of space. On this side of the spectrum, look at this from here to here, those little waves. There's very little space in between them. And because there's very little space, they're high energy. And there's high frequency, means that there's a lot that are coming. Bam, 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 bam. Do you see that? There's a lot, high frequency. So let's go ahead and let's answer these questions. The first one, calculate the wavelength. Right now, everything that we're talking about, pretty much the velocity is going to be c, which is 3 times 10 to the 8th power. Times equals the frequency times the lambda. They gave me the frequency. I do not know the lambda, which is the wavelength. So now on this side, I divided it by 15.4 times 10 to the 19th. So I can cancel it. Divide it on this side so I can find the lambda. Now, Miss Munson, how do I type this into the calculator again? Please make sure that you use parentheses around all of these numbers. If not, you're going to make a mistake. 3, second key, comma, 8. That's how you type this in. Close parentheses, divided by, open parentheses, 15.4, second key, comma. The comma is above the number 7. 19, close parentheses, equals. Write your answer here. The SI unit for frequency for lambda is a meter. Okay? Next one. Calculate the energy that is given off of blue light if the wavelength is, this wavelength is the lambda. So I came over here and I'm looking for energy. What do I have? I have wavelength was given to me. Those are my 2 energy equations. Which one has wavelength in it? That doesn't. This one does. So that's the reason why I chose this equation. E equals H times C divided by lambda. E equals H times C divided by lambda. Fill in your blanks. H is a constant number that is given to you right here. We call it Planck's constant. times c, which is the speed of light. Here's that number. You don't have to memorize it. Use parentheses, divided by lambda, which they gave me. Plug this into the calculator. Open parentheses, 6.63, second key, comma, the negative, which is that little negative button down here, negative 34, close parentheses, times, open parentheses, 3, second key, comma, 8, close parentheses, equals. Find one number up here at the top. Write that in at the top. Once you find that number, divided by, open parentheses, 4.5, second key, comma, negative 7, close parentheses, enter. You will now get the right answer. The correct SI unit for energy is a joule. Okay? So, went through this. I'm using the spectrum to help me answer the questions here. Use the spectrum to help you answer the questions here. Answer this question. You might want to use that spectrum that's over here. This information that we wrote in should help you answer it. It's also in your notes. And then you have 2 more practice problems. So I did most of it with you. I showed you. If you weren't sure, you're more than welcome to pause it, rewind it. I hope you appreciate and really see that shortcut of that periodic table that we cut open and we retaped it. Okay? We need to get this assignment done. Okay? I'm not expecting you to log in this week. I'm expecting you just to get your work done and turn in. Alrighty? Other than that, you have a great day. See you next week. Bye-bye.